Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom at all, 6:30. Okay. My watch says you have to walk. So on Kabbalah Shabbat on holidays we don't do it, but we're going to sing a medley of the tunes that we do like, the choruses of all the ones that we like, and then we'll turn and we'll read the one that we do, which is the Psalm 93. Oh, you got the guitar handy there? Okay, so we're going to do the first one's going to do Yismachu on 256. Yismachu Hashamayim, everyone. Yismachu Hashamayim. Yismachu Hashamayim. Everyone, Yiram Hayam Pam Pam, Yiram Hayam.
Yiram Hayam.
Umelo, oh, Yiram Hayam. Yiram Hayam. Yiram Hayam, Umelo. Second one in our medley is Or Zarua, 5 lines from the bottom of 256. Or Zarua Lahatzadik, Uli Yisrael Simecha. Or Zarua Lahatzadik, Uli Yisrael Simecha. The third one is Romamu, 3 lines from the bottom of 258. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romimu
Adonai Eloheinu
v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. The next one we're going to do a chorus of is Lecha Dodi on page 262. We're just going to do the chorus again for today's special service, which it just includes the medley that we're doing tonight. No psalms recited on a holiday that is Shabbat. Lecha Dodi lekerat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi lekerat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Scott, you want to do responsively Psalm 93, the only part that is used on Shabbat of a holiday, on page 269, which is Psalm 93.
Thank you very much. The Lord is king, crowned with splendor. The Lord reigns, robed in strength.
He set the earth on a sure foundation. He created a world that stands firm.
His kingdom stands from earliest time. He is eternal.
The rivers may rise and rage. The waters may pound and roar. The floods may spread and storm.
Above the crash of the sea and its breakers, awesome is the Lord our God.
Your decrees, O Lord, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity. Mikolot ma'im rabim, adirim mishperayam, adibamoram Adonai. Eidotecha nemodavecha nava kodesh, Adonai liorech yamim. Turning now to our evening service for Shabbat of Passover. Baruch Hu on page 279 we rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. So we're going to do the whole service since we have an abbreviated one for Kabbalah Shabbat. We'll do the whole one for the evening service, which is done throughout the year, not only on omitted on certain holidays. Page 280, we're praising God, whose word brings back the evening's dusk. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil b'yomei laila Adonai tzvot shemo, el chai v'kayam, taimach aleinu l'olam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai, Amari Varavim. Dini just got on. So as explained, we don't have a Kabbalah Shabbat service on on a holiday, so we did just a medley of the tunes that we normally do. So we're on Avat Olam, so because of that, we're going to sing all the prayers that we not always do for the evening service. Avat Olam 282. Avat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avata Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al Kein Adonai Elo B'shachvenu uveku Meinu nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Torah techa U'v'mitzvotecha V'olam va'ed Yehem chayenu V'yorach yameinu V'hem yege yomam v'layla Yomam v'layla V'avatchal tasim mimenu li'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Dini's on. Arlene, welcome. Dini, want to lead us? Are you, Mike, able? Can you want to lead us in the Shema Nevi Hafta on 284?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavcha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinatam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shiftecha b'veitecha, v'v'lektecha b'derech, v'kshavtecha u'kumecha, v'kshartam liot al yadecha, v'hayu lo totafot b'neinecha, v'ktavtam.
We'll continue silently to the end of page 286. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, the Lord, am your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Throughout the service, since we had a short service tonight, I just wanted to tell you some quotes, and you can comment on it later. Some quotes I have about Passover. Now, the first one is that I know a lot of people like to wish each other a happy holiday this time of year. So we know that Passover and Easter are the only Jewish and Christian holidays that move in sync, like ice skating pairs we saw during the Winter Olympics. So this season of our springtime represents a perfect opportunity to represent what we share in common with other religions. So let's respect each other. I know we have a lot of tension in the world, so let's try to look for the commonality in our religions. Emet V'Emunah, page 288 to the top of page 290. Trudy, welcome. Say, Steve. We're on page 288. Malchut Tov Ratzon Kiblu Alehem Moshe Uvenei Israel Lechanu Shira B'Simcha Rabba V'Yamru Chulam, everyone, Mi Chamocha Leilim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar HaKodesh Norat Malchut Charo V'Nachaba Kem Lifnei Moshe Zeli Anu V'Yamru Adonai Yimlo V'nemar Kifadar Yaakov Uge'alo Miyad Chazak Mimenu Baruch Atah Adonai Gal Yisrael Another quote comes from a famous sage who invented the Breslov Hasidic teachings of our day from Israel and throughout the diaspora. He said, the exodus from Egypt occurs in every human being, in every era, in every year, and in every day. So this is a time of reflection of what it was like to be slaves in Egypt, and now we are free. We turn out to Hashkivenu, Adonai. I love this mashup. I was with Tammy the other day, and we said how much we love it, and we can't wait to do it at a bonfire. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, Tahamidenu Malkeinu leChayim. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chayim. One day, oh, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'hamidenu malkeinu. Please, God, remove the evil forces that surround us. You are a gracious and a merciful King. Praise you, God, who spreads shelter of peace over us, over all his people, and we need some more help over Jerusalem these days. Ushmor tzeitenu, uvainu l'chayim u'l'shalom me'ata v'yad olam, u'feros aleinu sukat shlomecha, baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom, aleinu v'chol Yisrael, V'al Yerushalayim. One last quote. Passover is our tradition, and I like to keep up with that, as we all do, keeping up with what our ancestors did for us and the seders that were part of our childhood. Our ancestors couldn't eat bread, and it's nice for us to celebrate that every year by going through the struggles of our ancestors going way back into Egypt. So from generation to generation, I know people, I've heard it my own seders and throughout friends that people want to hear the tunes that were done at their childhood seders. So try to find a way to do that and do it modernized version like I like to do for our young children. But it's always good to have some feeling of what it was like to be when you were young and the taste that you had from your own family get-together. We're going to turn now and rise to V'shamru. We sing together as one congregation. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat Lasod et HaShabbat ledorotam be'olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et
Shabbat, Lasod et HaShabbat, ledorotam be'olam.
Beinu ben b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael
Et Shabbat lasod
et HaShabbat, ledorotam be'olam.
Uvayom hashvi Shabbat v'nafash, Shabbat v'nafash, Shabbat v'yinafash, v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et
Shabbat, Lasod et HaShabbat, ledorotam be'olam.
Moshe Manos b'nei Yisrael. It's good to see dancing for V'shamru. Chatzi Kaddish 294, everyone. Yitkaral v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. B'yalma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yamechon v'cherego beit Yisrael. V'agal zman karev v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach. Le'olam le'olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'traman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush berchata v'nechamata damiran b'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Amida for Shabbat evening, please include Chag HaMatzot Hazeh, a special added prayer for Passover. So it's on 296 through page 302. Tonight we're going to do the whole page 314. So join me for the Vayechulu Hashemayim on the top of the page. Vayechulu Hashemayim v'aretz v'chol tzam vayechalhim b'yom hashvi malachto asher asa vayishpot b'yom hashvi mikol malachto asher asa vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi v'kadesh oto ki yoshua mikol malachto asher bar Elohim lasot Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, El Hagdol, Hagvav Ra, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim V'Aretz, Magen Avot Bidvaro, Mechaye Meitim B'Ma'amaro, Ha'el HaKadosh, Shein Kamohu, Haminiach Le'amo, B'Yom Shabbat Kodesho, Kivam Ratzah Laniach Lahem, Kivam Ratzah Laniach Lahem, Lefanav Navod B'Yarav Fachad V'Noda L'Shmo B'Chol Yom Tamid Mein HaBrachot El HaHodaot Adon HaShalom Mekadesh HaShabbat V'Rei Shvi U'Miniach B'Kedusha Li'amedu Shnei Oneg Zecher L'Maseh Maseh V'Reishit Eloheinu V'Eloteinu Ritzeh V'Nuchatenu Ka'adshenu B'Mitzvotecha V'tein chalkeinu b'toratecha, sabeinu mituvecha, v'samcheinu b'shuatecha, v'taher libeinu, li'avdecha b'emet, v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu, v'yavav ratzon Shabbat kodshecha, v'nuchu v'Yisrael, mekadesh shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh HaShabbat. Lorian family, turn now on page 360, you may be seated. Kaddish Shalom. Yikra v'ikra shmei rabba, v'yamal divrach chirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon, v'yamechon v'chayre kol beit Yisrael, b'agalav zman karev, v'imru amen, hey shmei rabba mevorak, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'truma v'yitnaseh v'yitadav v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiram b'yamav v'imru titkabel tzloton uvoton d'chol Yisrael kadam avuhon divishmaya v'yimru yehei shalama rabba min shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'vramav, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Yaseh shalom,
Yaseh shalom, shalom
aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael.
Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yokol Yisrael. Amen.
So here's a question. What's the only holiday where we recite Hallel at night? Part of the Haggadah, part of the Seder, have the Hallel. So obviously the answer is Passover. So why do you think we have Hallel at night and no other holiday? It has to do with the timing. What does it have to do with? Why do we say Hallel at night? When did we leave Egypt? Night. We left Egypt at night. So we say Hallel at night to commemorate it. We don't do it any other time. We say it during the day. This one holiday, we do it at nighttime, at the Haggadah. For those who I know growing up in New York, we said it also at the service before the Seder. We're going to rise now for Aleinu on page 320. Please join me. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol. Lateit gedula liyatzeh breshit shelo asanu kigei haratzot v'lo samanu mishpachot hadama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam anachnu korim v'mishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malachei hamelachim. Everyone shehu notesh shamayim yosid aretzu moshav yikara v'shamayim ima'ol ushrinatuzo begave meromim hu Eloheinu Papa emet malkeinu ככתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום וידעת השבות כאל לבביך, כי אדוני בשמיים ממעל. Okay, 322. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם, let everyone, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ.
היום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד.
שמו, שמו.
ושמו אחד.
May be seated. The following yortzeits will be observed this week: Lena Adler, Natalie Bender, Kalman Berman, Celia Dember, Harry Feldman, Max Gilbert, Edie Gidlitz, Dave Gottlieb, Isaac Horowitz, Morris Kassman, Edith Cooper, Chaim Minkin, Hannah Schulman, Edna Schwartz, remembered by the Schwartzes. And are there any other ones for today? Any yortzeits? Okay, we have this Kaddish, the second one we do, in memory of all those who were killed this weekend. We had a number of killings in Israel, unfortunately, in the last day. So hoping for Shalom, peace of Israel. And we're going to have a special prayer for Israel when we finish the Kaddish now. So we'll invite everyone that would like to please rise for the Kaddish on page 324. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemerabah, V'yalma, Divirach, Hirutei, V'yamlich, Malchutei, V'chayechon, V'yamechon, Chaye, Dechol, Beit Israel, Agalah, V'zman Kariv, Yimru, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Barach, V'yishtabach, V'yifar, V'ytromam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei B'richu, Le'elah, Min Kol, Birchata, Tushbachata, V'nechamata, Damiran, V'yalma, Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael, V'imru, V'yiseh Shalom V'imromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael, V'imru. May be seated. Do we have a volunteer that would like to do the prayer for Israel on page 417? Anyone in Zoom land? Gold, you'll do the one for travelers. Anyone else want to do this one?
I'll be happy to do it, Rabbi.
Okay, Arlene 417. Our Father in heaven.
I'm just getting there. Sorry. $417. Good Shabbos, everyone. Our
Shabbos.
Father in heaven, rock and redeemer of the people Israel, bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love. Spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Amen.
A lot of people travel during this holiday, Easter Sunday, Passover Sunday. Goldie, would you like to lead us? Are you there to lead us in the Traveler's Prayer on bottom of page 713?
Yeah, okay. Before I read that, I want to thank you, Scott, for setting up my Zoom. It's perfect tonight.
Thank you.
Very good.
I'm glad that
Yeah.
was a house call.
Clear, visually and auditorily. It's thank you.
Very well.
Okay, may it be your will, Lord our God and God of our ancestors, to guide us in peace, to sustain us in peace, to lead us to our desired destination in health and joy and peace, and to bring us home in peace. Save us from every enemy and disaster on the way, and from all calamities that threaten the world. Bless the work of our hands. May we find grace, love, and compassion in your sight and in the sight of all who see us. Hear our supplication, for you listen to prayer and supplication. Praised are you, Lord, who hears prayer.
Thank you. Good to hear you nice and loud and clear. We're going to say the Mishaberach now. Special one for Sharona Bar Yehudit. Special one for my father-in-law. He'll be 99 next week. Chaim, Ben Esther. We have a list, Arlene, for you. A list of people.
Yes, Rabbi. Maxine Parrott, Elizabeth Parrott, Susan Dennis, and Judy Sorka.
Okay, I know Marcy has a few also on the list.
Yes, Stratton, Joy, Jeannie, Linda, Stephanie, and
Yes.
Rose.
And I got Scout. Okay. Are there any other names? We have two, I think, Scott, tonight.
Big Poppy, Grandma Renette, and Great Grandpa Don.
Oh, so we got three. We got another one added. So yeah, Dina. So we hope everyone has the healing. Any other names for tonight's list? Okay, we also wish all those who were injured in different attacks this week also healing. So we'll chant the Debbie Friedman version of the Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing,
With Refuah Shlema,
the renewal of body, the renewal.
renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Coming up now, we have our service, and then we'll do a special song for this time of year. We're going to look at Yigdal on 326. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach Nimtza v'heinei del metziuto Echad v'yin yachid keyichudo Nelam v'gam ein sof liachduto Ein lo demut haguf v'eino guf Lo na'arach elav keshato Kadmon l'chol davar Asher nivera Rishon v'ein reshi Shito hino adon olam v'chol notzar Yoreh gedulato malchuto Shavan nevuato netano El anashei segulato v'tiv Lakam b'Yisrael k'Moshe od Naviu mahabir et temunato Torat emet natan li'amoel Ayad nevio neman beito Le'achal Yifa'el v'lo yamidato Le'ola hamim lezulato Sefev yodea setarenu Mabit l'sof davar b'kadmato Gomel ish chesed k'mifalo Noten l'rasha ra kirishato Yishlach t'ketz yamim meshichenu Liftot machake ketz yeshuato Meitim Michael Verov Chasto Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato Meitim Michael Verov Chasto Baruch Adei Ad Shem. First song I ever learned from Shlomo Karbach back when I was a teenager in a choir of El Pasnek. Marty and I were in different choirs of his in Laurelton, in South Shore Yeshiva. I was in the Hill Yeshiva. First song we learned was Am Yisrael Chai. I did sing it here with the guitar when I was honored by Israeli Bonds. Am Yisrael Chai, the people live, Ora Vinu Chai. Our ancestors live through us, through we having our Seder, we're still recounting everyone. And the words are Am Yisrael Chai, Ora Vinu Chai, Ora Vinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael 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 Chai. Ora Vinu Chai, Ora Vinu Chai. Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu Chai. Ora Vinu Chai. Hey, Ora Vinu Chai. Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu Chai. I know we keep the memories alive. I mean, I just feel the presence of my mother. You know, when we had all the delicious food for the Seders, the two that we had together, thinking of her wonderful cooking and her thought of how wonderful it is to get together with family. I know Dini harmonizes with Yosef Shalom like her mother does, and I'm sure everyone remembers their parents, especially this time of year on the holidays. Tomorrow we have our service at 10 a.m. Just a note, we have Tuesday classes. We have our special class on Agarata Barachot at 6:30 Talmud, 8 o'clock Kabbalah, special angelology class in memory of Bernie. Holiday Yom Tov begins again on Tuesday night after our class, and it'll run through Thursday night. So in our tradition, we always have the 8th day of, unlike Israel, it ends on Wednesday night in Israel, but we're in exile, right? So diaspora ends on Thursday night. So Thursday morning, I'll send you the note out this week on Monday, that we're going to have our service Thursday morning, the Yizkor service. We're going to start here at 10 in the chapel, and Beth Jacob is going to start in their chapel at 10 a.m. also. Then we'll get together on Zoom. We're going to have the option. You can be on Zoom too. It's going to be a hybrid like normal, but just that Beth Jacob wants to join us to make sure we all have a minyan to be able to sing Yizkor together. So around 11 o'clock, we're going to join together for the Torah service with Rabbi Julius and myself, and with the members of Beth Jacob that are there or on Zoom. And then we're going to have the Yizkor service led by Rabbi Julius and myself. So that's the plan for on Thursday, and then we're going to resume again next week for Friday night service at 6:30 and Shabbat morning at 10 a.m. regular service. And we are having to end Passover at Fornarelli's. We are having a men's club meeting this Thursday at 7:15 p.m. And then I will be flying to Israel on Monday, 11:55 p.m. So Marty will be in charge of the services for the Shabbat that I'm away. And there will be a Talmud class, right? Marty's going to lead it, and we're going to have the Zoom link set up from Scott. Okay, so the classes for Tuesday, Talmud will still be on the Tuesday that I'm away. I couldn't lead it because it'll be 1:30 in the morning by me. Don't forget, there's a time difference. But you can watch some videos. Scott's been good enough to set up here. We're just learning how he's going to take it home and figure out how to do it. So I'm going to know by tomorrow or next day after about how to make the videos. So you'll be able to see the videos. I will post them, send them out to you when we can do it. As soon as we can post it from Israel, you can go see it. It's a professional equipment, right, Scott? It's this size, though, right? It looks like it's made by a company that makes drones. So the camera's this big. So it's
The size of a candy bar.
it's the size of a candy bar, so it's easy to get on the plane. But you can wish me farewell and a Siyat Tova next week. I just wanted to say that in Passover, I don't like to share things twice that I already shared, and shared a number of things already between the model Seder, the first Seder, the second Seder, our classes. But here's one message that I think we should take with us. I don't know how many of you, when you were younger, used to search for the chametz with a candle, right? You take the candle and how many pieces of bread do you pick up? You pick up 10 pieces of bread. Hey, Mel. So you got 10 pieces of bread you got to pick up. And what are 10? The Sirot of God. When God created the world, according to Kabbalah, he used the 10 Sirot. So what happened is the emanations of God, you pick them up, and then we get closer to God, we use fire to burn. Now, what is significant of fire? Dini will soon light up all the yurtzeit, all the names of the people of yurtzeits, because when we have yurtzeit on next Thursday, we're going to have everyone's name with a light by it to remember them. So the whole symbolism of a light, it wasn't a light necessarily by a bulb, but we have what you guys light is a yurtzeit candle. So the candle is a spiritual type of purity that we have. When we want to remember a loved one, we light the holiday candles, right? Like the Shabbat candles. We bring in the Kedusha, the holiness, not only of the holiday, but also the remembrance of our parents. So we want to create this light before the holiday to destroy the chametz from our lives, that which is jealousy, selfishness, all these things that we want to get rid of. And what did we do in Egypt? We sacrificed the lamb. It caused some controversy 2 days ago. They actually did sacrifice a lamb in the old city of Jerusalem, caused a lot of problems. Ultra-Orthodox Jews were making believe that the temple's been here still, that it's still here. They were trying to sacrifice a lamb, but that's supposed to be reserved only for the temple times then when the Messiah comes. As far as I know, the Messiah hasn't come. So we have to be aware of extremism, but the whole concept of destroying chametz, destroying the gods of Egypt, which is the lamb, and the whole need for us to make a destruction of the evil forces in our lives. I know some people they tell me before they go to bed, they try to think about how they can become a better person. The whole concept of Passover means to skip over. We're skipping over Mitzrayim, our limitations. We're trying to create a new reality for ourselves and beyond the limitations. My hope for Pesach is for us, before I turn it over to Dini to conclude, is that we can, as a community, we can rise above any type of stumbling blocks that we have, any matzer, any distress that we have, and we can able to do a Pesach. We can skip over it and rise to new levels as a community. And I know we've got a good start with some new members we have on the board coming in June, some rejuvenation for the synagogue, new ideas that we always listen to, new programs. If you have a program that we haven't had yet, we're going to have a book club in July. So we'll stay tuned to that. I'm going to put it in the next newsletter. So, stay tuned for programs. I hope you're enjoying them. We're going to have my cousin Robbie talk to us about the power of reading the Torah. So we do have some wonderful things planned that we don't have already on our schedule. So stay tuned for details. Dina, you want to wish everyone a happy Passover and a Shabbat Shalom? Is the mic working? Oh, now it's muted. It was unmuted before. Is it muted still, Sky? Is it muted?
Mike's not working.
It's not working? Okay, I'm sure Dini would all wish us a happy new year, because don't forget, the new month of, we're starting with the first month. Nisan is the first month of the Hebrew year, so we have Rosh Hashanah, which is first month in our year, but technically the first month is Nisan. So this is the month for making resolutions and trying to not only become better people ourselves, but also to try to make ourselves and our community strong and the whole world. And may it be the will of God that we bring about the coming of the Messiah through our actions and our deeds and all our wonderful acts towards each other. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, Umavarach to you all. See you again, some tomorrow, some on Tuesday, some on Thursday morning. Tell your friends about Thursday morning. It'll be I have a really interesting Devar Torah for Yizkor this year.
He says, happy Pesach.
Oh, okay.
This is a special Sabbath that you're excited, my grandfather, Ben.
Oh, okay. Ben, who your son is named after. Okay, Dini, thank you. Lori, good to see you. We're looking forward to bonfire. Speaking of fires, May 6th. May 6th at 7:15.
Chag Sameach.
Remember your parents.
Can't wait.
Okay. Erev Tov, everyone. Take care. Any questions or comments, let me know. Good to see you guys. See you again soon.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Have a
Good
safe
Shabbos.
everybody.
Shabbos.
Enjoy the rest of the holiday.
Be
Bye-bye.
safe.